What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Key coming at y'all boys with a brand new video, and today we're gonna be getting into this OTF Lamron versus Shields. You know what I'm saying? They say it's the biggest war in Englewood, Chicago, that is. But we gotta see what's really going on over there, especially knowing what's going on with Dirk, and they saying that it's more murders that they gonna throw on him. They just waiting to get it together. So with that being said, man, let's check it out.
Lamron / OTF in the Shield set is one of the biggest wars in Chicago of today, with hundreds of people that have been murdered over the years. It was literally OTF members that got arrested and murders where a Shield member would die, and the next day a Lamron member would get killed. Shields is a Gangster Disciple set located on 57 and Shields, which is in the Englewood neighborhood. This is a block that has a long history.
Now, I'm not gonna cap. I know that most Chicago beefs, you know what I'm saying, these blocks are really close. But for them to be beefing with somebody who's damn near 20 blocks away, with there being on 74th, if I'm not mistaken, Lamron is 74th and Normal, that's their main block. And then on the 50-something in Shields, that's kind of far.
We was posted on Normal, now you catch the gang on Shields. Pistol under my arm, you try some shit, you getting killed.
One of the first members that Lamron had lost was back on December 29th, 2008. Nahari Smith, aka Lil Harvey from Lamron, was playing with a gun with another person when the gun went off and shot him. He would be pronounced dead at 4:30 p.m. at the age of 18. For most of these Shields members that died over the years, I couldn't find no pictures for most of them. I don't know why, but it seems like the Shields set isn't a well-known gang. For this next one, a well-loved Lamron member will be killed. And a note,
I'm saying, being an out-of-towner, I'd have heard a lot about them, but more so with them beefing with other people, not Lamron per se.
City member would be arrested and charged for the murder. It was July 16th, 2009. Terrence Hollins, aka Lil Mo from the Lamron / Sircon City set, was standing with another person when a four-door Grand Prix approached from the east on West 64th Street. They then fired shots from the passenger side door, striking 17-year-old Terrence Hollins, leaving him dead at the scene. And the gunman would get away, but not too long later. Antonio Scott, aka Tone Bone from the No Love City set, was arrested and charged and was allegedly sentenced to 60 years in prison. But here's where some of the mystery would start, because I couldn't find any pictures for most of these Shield members, especially for the ones that died in the early 2000s. Because on November 15th, 2009, Frederick Evans Jr., aka Manny from the Shield set, was murdered shortly after midnight in the alley of the 500 block of West 58th Street. He died at the age of 20, and there was no pictures of this guy. In his next murder, another Shields member would die, and allegedly OTF Didi would be arrested for this murder. It was November 3rd, 2012. At around 4 a.m., Travis Henry, aka Travis from the Shields set, was in the 5600 block of South Shields Avenue in Englewood when allegedly OTF Didi walked up on him and shot him multiple times. He was pronounced dead at the scene, but I don't think OTF Didi spent too much time in jail for this murder. And this is the crazy part. The next day, on November 4th, 2012, Deontay Billups, which they called him Billups from Lamron, was shot multiple times, including the back, head, and upper back torso. It happened around 1 a.m. in the 1200 block of Allen Avenue, but nobody was arrested for this murder. He would die at the age of 20 years old. Then on June 13th, 2013, a well-loved Lamron member would die. Robert Allen Jr., aka Lil Rob / Beto from Lamron, was walking through a gangway in the 6400 block.
That Perkins Collin remix
of South Normal Avenue at about 2:35 a.m. when shots were fired from a light-colored sedan. He was shot multiple times and was taken to the hospital in critical condition, where he died at 3:22 a.m. And Lil Rob was a well-loved Lamron member.
Fresh out of edge, out of inside. Fucking block. Don't fuck with the fire around the Vietnam. We all love our Oh, you record now, bro? Yeah, okay. Don't do the bus stop thing real quick. Now look, I'm gonna introduce myself. They call me Oatmeal Cream Pie Man. You feel me? King David. You feel me? Fine. 6'4", fuck with 6'5".
So Lamron 64 for normal. I'm tripping.
Sometimes we having a couple problems, but we gotta straighten ourselves out a little bit though. We gonna do everything.
I don't know what the fuck. I thought I knew, bro. I'm confused now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm confusing myself.
Anybody want war, we gonna give it to them. Anybody that don't want war, they still gonna get it because they not ready for it. Motherfuckers know what I say. Fuck them Pocket Town niggas. Fuck
February 15th, 2015, a Shields member would die. Cleveland Head, aka Wi-Fi/Woo from the Shields set, was found dead on a sidewalk near West 87th Street at around 11:55 p.m. He was found beaten to death and had a broken neck caused by blunt force. Then on July 11th, 2015, a well-loved Lamron/NLMB member would die. He was also a well-known rapper too at around 1:45.
Nobody say Capo was Lamron. Capo was an NLMB. Even though he wasn't from that hood, he was claiming NLMB, but he was fucking with Chief Keef, so he was claiming Glow Gang too. I don't know where the hell you got this one from.
p.m., a drive-by shooting would happen in the 7700 block of South Kingston. When the police got there, they found Marvin Carr, aka GBE Capo from Lamron. He was only 22 years of age of his death. February 22nd, 2016, another Lamron member would die. Nicholas Robinson, aka Nick from the Lamron set, was in the 6400 block of South Eggleston at around 9:46 when he was shot by a passing vehicle. He would die at the age of 28 years of age. Then it was May 4th, 2016. Timothy Hill, aka Mad Max/Tim Tim from Lamron, was standing in the backyard of a home in the 600 block of East Barwin Avenue at about 8:24 p.m. when a male suspect walked up on him and fired shots. He was taken to Stroger's Hospital where he was pronounced dead at 12:14 a.m. This would mark the 7th Lamron member that would die so far. May 30th, 2017, Marcus Childs, aka Migo from the Shield/Mitch block set, was in the 1000 block of West 103rd Street when Chicago police found him shot dead.
You say that this is them going back and forth with each other, like they all in the hundreds, they everywhere. You feel me? So it's like, it sounds like these are just random murders. It don't sound like this is Shields versus Lamron for real.
At around 8:26 p.m., this guy was only 23 years of age of his death. In the year of 2016, 808 murders happened, and in 2017, a total of 685 murders happened. Then it was July 21st, 2017. At around 2:15 p.m., police responded to a call of shots fired. When they got there, they found 29-year-old Chris Williams, aka OTF ASAP/SAP, from the Taytown/Lamron set in the 7000 block of South Parnell. He would be pronounced dead at the scene at 2:35 p.m. Then on the same day at 4:17 p.m., Marshawn Green, aka Marshawn from the Shield set, was standing in the 5500 block of South Shield.
I don't know these folks like that, and a lot of them you don't have like a real deep background on them, except for them real faces. You never know who's who. So you see somebody like this guy right here posted up in a cap and gown like he graduated school, and you may look at him like he different, but he could be a real killer.
When more than one person walked up and opened fire on him, which the shooter drove off in a silver car. He was taken to Stroger's Hospital with gunshot wounds to the head and was pronounced dead 4 days later after he was shot. He would die at only the age of 16. Then on July 23rd, 2018, another Shields member would die. LaShawn Haynes, aka Peanut from the Shields set, was in the 5500 block of South Shields when he was shot while walking down the street when a gray SUV drove by and fired shots at him. He was struck one time in the head and was pronounced dead at the scene.
Exactly.
Yeah,
300 to be a TTE.
TTE, man.
Is this when they did the Lil Durk interview? Because
they said they asked us
why is you walking these blocks? I know it's snowing, so it's a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying, for anybody to get to you and do what they gotta do, but I wouldn't be walking these blocks. These blocks is dangerous.
You know, we want to get Dirk, you know what I'm saying? They asked us where we want to get him at.
This is home right here.
You know what I mean? I sit on the block, man. I want to come to 300, man.
Nigga, they got Google Maps.
I want to look at this shit for myself.
Where we at?
I want to see the neighborhoods that the whole world is infatuated with. You know what I'm saying?
Look at the railroad tracks. Yes, I am right there.
So Tay-Town's 59th
Real
in Princeton.
trenches.
Shields is 57th is they main block. They 57 in Shields. They're way closer to each other than Lamron and Shields. But I wonder who this nigga is here.
For one reason. We know nobody else won't.
What, nigga?
Then on November 5th, 2018, Aaron Tucker, aka Ace Boogie / Wooder from the Lamron set, was in the 1400 block of Pioneer Road in Crest Hill when he had been shot and was pronounced dead at the age of 20 at 2:14 p.m. Then November 7th, 2021, Andre Thomas, aka Doc from the Lamron set, was found in a car at about 6 p.m. in the 700 block of West 66th Place. He had suffered from multiple gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead at the hospital at the age of 39. November 19th, 2022, Jaquan Gatewood, aka Quan from Lamron, was in the 1000 block of 15th Street at about 3:20 a.m. when he was found by officers shot multiple times.
Damn.
He would be pronounced dead at the age of 28. Then February 1st, 2023, DeMonte Glover, aka Bubbles from the Shield set, was in the 1900 block of West Garfield Boulevard at about 1:25 p.m. when he was shot in the abdomen. He would die at only the age of 21 years of age. August 9th, 2023, Trayvon Moore, aka Trigger from the Shield set, was inside a home in the 4900 block of South Maplewood Avenue just before 2 p.m. when he was shot multiple times in the head and was pronounced dead at the scene at only the age of 21. This would mark our last murder, which will mark 19 members that would die in the war between Shields and OTF / Lamron. But that'll be about it for this video.
You gotta think
Make sure
about
you
it, bro.
like
That's a
or
basketball team, like a whole basketball team full of people. Just from what he says is Lamron versus Shield. That ain't including, like we said, Tay-Town, the other blocks that is around Lamron that they rock with, the blocks that's around Shields that they rock with, and just think about it, that's from 2 blocks. Chicago got 800 murders in 2016. I don't know what the numbers is now. I think they're a little bit lower. I think they had like 600 or something like that, but that's still a lot of people in one city. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, we like, if we hit 200, that's a lot. That's like a crazy year, even though, you know what I'm saying, this shit moving, but that's it's still a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But 600, 800, that's bro, you almost have 1,000 people die in one city out of control. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Get in that comment box, tell me how you felt about this video. With that being said, it's your boy Key checking in, checking out. We gone.